Let's talk about that in a bigger, broader sense as artists, right? I noticed when I started doing parasite cleanses, a lot of people that sat around and mooched off of me went away, believe it or not. Because as above, so below. And so as you get your body more healthy, one of the things you can do to do that, to starve away a parasite, a fast is a wonderful way to do that. If you have yeast infections, and for men, this is dandruff, this is the fungus in the foot, right? This is a yeast infection, guys. It doesn't have to just be itching in the groin. So if you have considerable, dandruff or itchy parts of the body, even things like eczema can be a part of a symptom from having an overinfestation of some sort of parasite or virus in the system that the body is. And it's a great way to deal with it, to fast, to just starve yourself, right? But guess what? We have to eat again at some point. And we also, particularly if we have airborne allergies, we have to face the world every single day. Okay? And so what we need to understand about our allergies is that it's not that I am going to completely eliminate all matter, anything that matters from my life, because particular matters, aggravate me. I don't like to talk about racism. I don't like to talk about sexism. I like to talk about, right, the divine feminine, whatever it is, politics, religion, whatever it is that you are affected. Oh, it's annoying, it's aggravating to my system. It's because you don't understand it. You can't digest it, that you can't break it down to its smallest component, right? Into its easiest, most digestible form, a microscopical, right, type thing, and make it into yourself. That's what digestion is. It's a process of making the world around you, warts and all, into you. You see, because water is the information that has the source and substance to all objectified life, not just the roses, not just the pretty butterflies, right? The shit, the stink, the worms, the low, the earth, the roots, the things closest to the roots that we have aversions to, the roots, right? So those aversions come from an inability to digest the literal world around you, right? That's what allergies are. There are very specific types that are like A, G, E. We don't need to get into the specifics, but they're all an inability to digest something that's in your current sphere. So if you can't break that down, if you don't understand it, you can't come up with brilliant things like, I am living water. I am living, lively, conducting, instructing information in a glass of flesh. I am that. I'm magnificent. I'm on top of the world. I feel great today. I'm everything. I'm everyone, right? How do you get to that place if you're an actor? If you're an actor and you need to engage people with that type of energy, if you need to be happy, if you need to do a musical, right? If you need to really use your voice, your instrument is here. This is it. So this is what the first instrument is.
That's what makes me think about what you were just now saying, is the reason why we see like a lot of celebrities and a lot of actors and performers, they have addictions to drugs that really stimulate them to make them compensate for the lack of nutrition that they're putting in their body due to their food. So they'll hit the cocaine, they'll get that upper or whatever to have that much energy because they're not taking the time to put the right foods in their bodies or supplements or whatever to have that same experience.
Cocaine drains your B12.
Right.
It's one of the main vitamins that cocaine robs from your body to get you high is B12, your energy. Right? And if you are deficient in B12, boy, does that feel great when you get a shot of B12. Guess what I used to take while everyone else around me in the theater was snorting cocaine? Shots of B12. Guess who still has their fabulous figure and skin at 45? Me. Guess who doesn't? The people that continue to do cocaine. So I'm saying it's not that I don't want you to have the energy. And in fact, do cocaine. See what it does.
No,
y'all are adults. Try it.
Do not do cocaine.
Jump off some.
I am not endorsing that. I do not endorse that message.
Go ahead.
I am not endorsing that.
Go ahead, be a hard head.
She's alone on that one. I say maca. Go ahead. Throw some maca powder.
I'm saying
enjoy
there is a better way, and there's also a way to repair any damage that you've already done. Believe it or not, because I did a lot of that stuff. I wasn't going to stop myself from having experience. I think life and the body are to be experienced. Is why I became an artist, right? to be experiencing, but you can't feel it anymore after a certain, right? Sorry, go ahead, I get so excited.
So let's go back to the fast you was talking about, that connection to your artistic expression. How many people in this room have tried a fast of any kind of sort, a fast? Okay.
Good.
All right, what kind of fast did you do, sister?
A couple, some with like no food, and some eliminating certain things to get to know very personally what my body needed and didn't.
All right, give her a hand. That's good. That's good.
Listening to your body. That's the reason to
What kind of fast did you do, brother?
No food.
No food. How long? How long?
For like, I think it was 2 days. 2 days. All right.
Yeah.
2 days. Did the impossible, survived without food, right? You taught yourself you could do the impossible by doing that. Yes?
And how many people, okay, someone who's done a fast, can you tell me why you did it? A different perspective. How many people have fasted? Let me get someone new. Back there, sister. You fasted and why you did it?
Well, it was
For spiritual reasons, she said.
Okay, spiritual reasons. Okay.
3 days.
Okay, this is where I want you to take over right here. How many people in this room know the difference between a fast and a detox? Okay, sister back there, can you tell me the difference between a fast and right here? Yeah, you're my white sister, my light-skinned sister.
I asked them 3 times, I'm not, I'm a white person, is it okay if I come? And they said yes. So.
We're talking about food and the connection to artistic expression. There's a,
And no, detox is to try to cleanse the impurities out of your body, the allergens, the things that are causing you all these different issues. And, cleanses, I could start a new cleanse every day practically because, I have a very stringent diet that I'm supposed to be on, and it's hard to stick to. But doing the cleanse is really, it helps make you sleep better. It helps make you, just have more energy than when you're, getting what I call the cheap thrills, the sugar highs, all those things. Yeah.
so can you go from a scholarly approach, from an academic approach, to the difference between a fast and a detox? Thank you. Give me your hand.
Thank you. When you fast, you're eliminating you're going to eliminate everything. You try to just get it all out, quiet the body, some people call it, relax all of the tissue and go into a deep parasympathetic state. When you are in parasympathetic, this is the guru state. This is the meditation place that your body can heal itself from, right? You I'm sure have all heard of the Indian gurus that sit in meditation for 7 to 10 years and don't move and they don't eat and all of that. This is possible. These things are possible for the human body. You have to practice, you have to learn the meditations, don't try it today, but it is possible for the human body to learn how to regulate itself with its own mind rather than be things on the outside of our body. So when I think of also doesn't include feeling sick. It includes spa time. A really, really effective detox is a deep massage to get things out of the tissue that you normally wouldn't be pushing out of the tissue, even with your exercise, because we tend to exercise the same muscles at the same time, right? So the process of detoxification is also a process of digestion. So again, this process of in and out. Hydration, whether or not you are hydrated is actually what your BMI is measuring. Your body mass index is measuring whether or not you have enough sodium and potassium, sodium drawing things in, potassium releasing them, the all in and out, right? Water getting into the system means blood, food, immune action, etc. Sodium gets all that in, and then potassium leads any toxins out again, any things we didn't use out again. So again, the mouth to the anus, it's the most famous tube in the world because it is the cause, right? It is the cause for that activation, that spark of life, that big bang, that orgasmic expression of what we are happens every time we break down a molecule. Your body breaks that down. Now imagine a million human cells, right? And every time you break that cell, if you're doing it itself and bang, 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 the fireworks are all going off, we all know what it feels like when you come together, right? When we have that same orgasmic experience at the same time, we're breathing the same rhythm, our body becomes, it transforms. The two become one. Yes, we become one with all that is. Imagine all 50 to 85 trillion of your cells doing that at an optimal rate while hydrated, while full of themselves, right? Full of the knowledge of itself, the source and substance of what we all are. Once the cell is in that place, you're in that orgasmic state, day and night, there's nothing you can't create. I sound like Dr. Seuss, you know what I mean? There's nothing my mind can't do now. I wasn't always like this. I wasn't like this when I was constipated at 18.
Yeah.
I had terrible skin. I had acne. I would have had really bad cystic acne all up and down my back and neck. It was horrible. You know what I did? I stopped the madness. I said no to myself. I let my vanity save me a little bit. I said, oh, no. My mother is way too beautiful. This can't be right. Right? This can't be right. This can't be me. I refuse to let anyone tell me that this is as good as information, technology can get. This is as good as God gets. Bullshit. There's more, right? Just like there's more than the church I went to. That's not the only version of.
So you started fasting?
So I started fasting. I started doing detoxes. Thank you. I was macrobiotic, I was vegan. I used to have the flashy water bottle. I still have a rose water spritzer because I made everything about being fashionable and sexy, and health was gonna be the sexiest, most fashionable, most fabulous thing in the world because that's who I am. If you're, an REI type, get you that water bottle. If you're 45 now and here, wear flip-flops with socks and don't care. Do you where you're at, but let where you're at tell you to stop the madness and that there's more. There's always more than what I was doing right now. Now could be fabulous. Now could be great, but we can always be getting better, right? And that's what water taught me.
So I'll go back to my relationship with fasting. I think if I really reflect on it, I can say I started fasting when I was like 6 or 7 years old because I saw my great grandmother die of hypertension and stuff like that and high blood pressure because she would I remember she used to go to the refrigerator and get ham out and bologna and she wasn't supposed to do that. Right. And I would be like, ooh, great grandma hotel, that was a big thing. You could talk to your elders like, boy, shut up, you better not say nothing. And she would take the lunch meat with the salt on it, all the sodium, and she used to run it underwater. See, I'm doing that. And so it don't really matter, right? But even at a young age, I was able to have that critical mind state when she passed away. I connected her relationship with salt with her death, and if I keep putting salt on my food, then I'm gonna end up like my great grandmother. And so I remember she died probably like 81, 82 or something like that.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Full Native American, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Right. But I remember at the young age, like 7 to 8 years old, after she died, I was like, no more additional salt on my food unless it's already in there. And I'm still sort of like that. Yeah. So I can really draw back that. Then when I really started making changes is when I decided to fast according to Ramadan. And then I was like, I chose Ramadan because I had an attraction to Islam, of course, because of Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. And I started reading books like How to Eat to Live, and then like Nutricide by Laila Africa. And I was like, man, I can't eat nothing. When I read How to Eat to Live, I was like, man, I can only eat the little navy beans.
I know.
But what it is like I understood like, okay, I'm gonna do this fast. And so ever since I was like 18, 19 years old, I'm 42 now, I've been fasting every year for Ramadan. And one of the things I started to understand is how my body transitions and how I feel and how that goes into my focus. Right. And I'm way more focused, whether it's I'm playing chess, whether I'm writing lyrics, whether I'm way more focused when I fast. Now, I might not be the best person sometimes because I have to control my mood because food controls your mood and your arousal. So prior to me breaking fast, I might be a little bit, short with you, boom, boom, boom. I'm working on that. Every year I've been working on that. But I am way more focused when I fast. And I feel better, I lose weight. And you know what the funny thing about fasting is? I've noticed like once I lose 9 pounds, that's the plateau and it stops. people think that, oh my God, you're gonna be starving yourself when you, no, it stops about 9 pounds, right? And you plateau off, right? But here's the thing about fasting.
He's practiced though, you guys. He's been practicing for a long time. Not some people will lose more than 9 pounds.
They might. I'm just telling you, this is my story.
His body. Right.
But you know, one thing I understand, you know, I push myself too. I still work out 5 times a week when I fast, but I might just take the intensity off. What I have noticed is that I have just the same amount of energy when I don't fast. And if you Google it, you can research it. There is a science to that, to fast to gain energy before your workout. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing that I just realized is that, yeah, you just have clear thoughts.
It's the less is more.
Yeah, you know, it's just the clear thoughts. So, you know,